New man up in this hoe. Watch me crank. Watch me roll. Watch me crank that boy. And moon man that.
I want to die. What's cracking, everybody? MattCMG here, and welcome to my new series, Internet Idiocracy, the show where we take a look at and mock the ever-loving heck out of the stupid, idiotic things found in all corners of the internet. Now, if it's two things that I happen to like, it's rap music and memes. When you put the two together, you get some great stuff, some great mashups. I love mashups, they're great. You know, you get like your classics like Thomas the Dank Engine, and newish ones like Everybody's Circulation, that little weeaboo anime song. A recurring song that you often find in these meme mashups is Crank That by Soulja Boy. I don't know if people like this song because they genuinely like it, or if it's like a so bad it's good type of deal, but the song is definitely way more notorious than Soulja Boy himself. That is, until now. So in case you've been living under a rock for the past month or so, gee, that's a phrase that nobody uses. Soulja Boy is back in the news for something not music related. No, he didn't make a new song or a new album or something. Nah, it's actually about video games. So if you don't know, Soulja Boy recently tweeted about how he wants to make a game console called the Soulja Game. I don't know why he wouldn't just call it the Soulja Boy, like, you know, like a Game Boy. Dude, the name writes itself. What are you doing? Oh hey, what are you doing, man? Oh yo, I'm playing on the Soulja Boy. This is why I need to be revoked access to a camera. What am I doing with my life? Soulja Boy, the one-hit wonder himself, wants to create a game console. You know, on paper, that doesn't sound like it's inherently a bad idea. I mean, look at Dr. Dre. He used to be a rapper slash producer, and now he owns Beats and makes a fortune. So hey, maybe Soulja Boy can make this work, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward to December of 2018, and we can clearly see that this was not the case. So on Soulja Boy's merch site, SouljaWatch.com, great name by the way, he had listings for the Soulja Game handheld, as well as a home console that was apparently called the Soulja Game Fuse. Clearly trying to go for the Xbox One design here, I can admire that. Looks pretty futuristic, pretty sleek, I like it. Looks pretty cool. So as it turns out, and to nobody's surprise, Soulja Boy did not actually make these consoles. In fact, you can find the exact ones that he's selling on Amazon for like $80 compared to like the $200 he's selling them for. He's literally buying cheap plug-and-play illegal consoles from Amazon and reselling them under the Soulja Boy brand. It's so genius, but like so stupid at the same time. Like, you know, I mean, obviously profit-wise this makes sense, you know, you gotta mark it up a bit, make some money, but then you do even more digging and find out that this thing is literally illegal. So the Soulja Game is basically just a glorified Raspberry Pi emulator with a whole lot of ROMs on it. Like we're talking a lot of ROMs. A lot of ROMs that happen to be owned by Nintendo. If you're familiar with Nintendo's history with fan emulation and fan games, it's safe to say that they're not happy about this. In fact, Nintendo threatened to sue Soulja Boy, to which he responded with, Nintendo ain't gonna do shit. I like it, Soulja Boy. You're just going straight for the jugular with that one. Just going straight for it. So if this is what Soulja Boy is doing with game consoles, just imagine what else he's got in his merch store. So let's take a look and head over to SouljaWatch.com and check out the catalog. Let's take a look at this. SouljaWatch.com. Oh my god. You know, I originally wrote this whole bit about like the Soulja Pods and the Soulja Pad, but it's literally down. The site is literally down right now. That's actually hilarious. I wrote this whole bit about how I was gonna make fun of his products, like, you know, the Soulja Pad and the Soulja Watch. No, it's gone. All right, here we go. Soulja Boy's new handheld, the Soulja Game. What is it called? The Soulja Game handheld. Thing's literally a PSP. Oh my god. Okay, let's take a look at the specs here. The new Soulja Game handheld features a 4.3-inch screen and a 16:9 aspect ratio with a resolution of 480 by 272. It's literally, that's somehow better than a 3DS, but why? 8 gigs of onboard memory, so you'll have plenty of space to load it up with whatever the heck you feel like. You don't have to use it for games, mind you. It's also a quite capable camera and MP3 player. What is this, the 2000s? Who has an MP3 player anymore? You can even hook it up to your PC to use it as a camera or output the screen to your television. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, this is the kicker right here. Interestingly, this particular product makes no mention of any games included with your purchase. Why would you buy a game console without games, though? Like, at that point, what's the point? Like, my dude, you're literally selling a Chinese knockoff PSP. Is that more like the Vita? I don't really know, but regardless, it's shitty. I can't believe this. This is actually, I genuinely cannot comprehend the stupidity of this. Recent tweets, though. Let's take a look at Soulja Boy's Twitter, of course, because, you know, why wouldn't we? 18 hours ago. This dude posts like 8,000 tweets a minute. Jesus Christ. I'll give Soulja Boy credit. As stupid as he is for selling his dumb game consoles, he really does know how to market his music and market himself. You know, this whole Soulja Game thing could have very easily been like a publicity stunt just to promote his new music, because, you know, who was listening to Soulja Boy after 2009? Nobody. You ain't gotta like me, but you gon' respect me. I love it when like it's usually rappers that do this, but they post like the most like pretentious thing I've ever seen. They're like, you ain't gotta like me, but you gon' respect me, or like, man, get these fake people out of here, or something, you know, something clever, something stupid like that. But like, you see it on every rapper's like Twitter. It's actually like the funniest thing ever. I could do a whole video just on that, pretentious tweets. Like, my question is, it's been 10 years since Crank That was a viral hit, quote unquote, back when viral hits were still a thing. It's been 10 years. Who is still listening to Soulja Boy? Because Crank That wasn't even that good. So, who's still listening to Soulja Boy is my question. I can maybe see, like, maybe ironically, you're like, yeah, I'll listen to some Soulja Boy because, you know, it's an ironic meme, but, unironically, who's still out here listening to Soulja Boy? Okay, that immediately caught my eye. Discord? Soulja Boy has his own Discord server. We gotta check this out. Invite invalid. No, I also wrote down that I was gonna do a little bit where I was like, oh, if I find something cool, I'll just do it live. But Soulja Boy's just been removed from the internet. It's actually depressing. But if you weren't already feeling jaded from looking at these, you should stay tuned for Soulja Boy's esports team, which he claims will launch in January with squads for Fortnite, Overwatch, and Call of Duty. Well, that puts a damper a little bit in my video plans. Soulja Boy just tried to remove himself off the internet while he still tweets 8,000 times an hour. It's insanity. This dude is a master of self-promotion, but just probably the worst at marketing I've ever seen in my life. He's both simultaneously the best and worst person at marketing himself I have ever seen in my entire life. Come to think of it, he's probably exactly like Nintendo, because, you know, they're both doing a whole lot right now, but also just a whole lot wrong. Well, that was stupid. Circling back to the topic at hand, Soulja Boy's game console is such a mess. Like, the entire situation is just a whole mess. Like, I could literally make my own Soulja Game with an old laptop and a USB stick. Like, it's that easy. You know, it's kind of a shame that he's probably gonna go to prison, because I can admire that he definitely had a vision and a goal in mind for what he wanted with these game consoles. He was just stupid enough to think that selling games that weren't his was okay. So, you know, evil always thinks it's doing good, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, this kind of goes into the whole, like, emulation debate, you know, should it be allowed online, and should you do it if you don't own the physical game? And I think, to an extent, that's probably a good guideline. You know, for newer games, like maybe like a PS3 or a Wii U, or obviously the current gen consoles like the PS4, you probably shouldn't emulate those unless you own a physical copy. But I think if a game is old enough to the point where the company or the publisher is not making money off of it anymore, like how Nintendo doesn't really make money off of the original Super Mario Brothers, for example, I think it's fine. In fact, I think everybody has emulated Super Mario Brothers at some point. But the problem arises when you try to like sell it, you try to sell the ROMs that are not yours, and Nintendo might not be making money off the original NES cards of Super Mario Bros., but they certainly still own the intellectual property, so sorry to Soulja Boy, but you still can't exactly sell that. In fact, I'm probably gonna make a whole other video just talking about emulation. Think about this. Who would imagine that a rapper, of course, would be stupid enough to sell things that were not his in the first place? Like, imagine, like, you don't even have to be a rapper to think that's stupid. You could be anybody and be stupid enough to think that that's okay. But, you know, it's Soulja Boy, one-hit wonder. Well, Soulja Boy, you had a good run. You gave us some good memes, a good meme song, and ultimately, you weren't familiar enough with copyright law to avoid your inevitable demise. As the man himself once said, in this world, you either crank that Soulja Boy, or it cranks you. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.